Welcome back to the Hampton Roadshow. You know, according to the American Cancer Society, the average American has about a 1 in 20 chance of being diagnosed with colon cancer, and it is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. Now, here now to discuss some ways to find out if you're at risk and then lower some of your risk factors is Dr. Lisa Coleman from TPMG Center for Colorectal Surgery in Newport News. Thank you for coming on to talk about this subject.
Thank you so much for having me, Carrie.
So we just, gave out some bad news about colon cancer, that it's the second leading cause of cancer death. But there's some good news with this, too, in terms of early detection and positive results if it's caught early.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing about colon cancer is that it is a silent grower, silent killer. And so screening is really important because if we catch this early enough, we can actually prevent it or cure colon cancer.
Yeah. So this is one area of our health that we should not treat the way we may treat other areas of our health. You know, there are some people that don't see a dentist unless they have a toothache. They don't go to their doctor unless they're not feeling well. If you feel fantastic today but you're over 50, you need to go get a screening. And you tell me if there's even more specific guidelines than that.
Absolutely. I would say about 75% of cancers that are diagnosed now, colon cancer specifically, are not the hereditary type. They're not somebody who has a family history. They're a garden variety colon and rectal cancer. And these symptoms are not usually present. Most of the time, that you could have a symptom of blood in the stool or abdominal pain or something else like that. But generally, most people don't have any symptoms at all. So it is very important at the age of 50 to start with colorectal cancer screening. We can go over the different things that you can do for screening, but it's very important at 50 to start that if you have no symptoms at all. If you do have any symptoms of bleeding or any other problems, abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, or a family history, then we would switch when you would start your screening, and it would be earlier. So it's very important to go and talk to your doctor about that if you are having symptoms of bleeding or have a family history.
Yeah. I wish it were just a simple blood test, and so does everybody else. But how do you get people to just get over the discomfort factor? And I don't mean physical discomfort, because I've heard it's not that bad. But just the idea of what you have to do for the screening.
Yeah. No, when patients come into my office all the time, I say, you know, we're in 2018. We should be able to do some kind of Star Trek scanner or like swallow a robot and have everything like, you know, work
Maybe
out
that's
really well.
coming.
I wish it were, but unfortunately still we're back in the times where we have to drink something that's, you know, not really pleasant, clean out your whole colon, and then you're asleep for the colonoscopy. You're sleeping, we make you very comfortable, and most people who walk in, who roll in for the colonoscopy are very anxious. I try to say, you know what, actually the worst part is over. And when they wake up after the colonoscopy, they say, wow, that really wasn't that bad at all. Are you guys done? You know, so it is something that's really important, and there's a lot of anxiety surrounding it, but it really isn't quite as bad as it seems, and we really need to get people in to take that first step, whether it's colonoscopy or something else.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's all relative, so whatever anxiety or discomfort there may be around the screening could be nothing compared to the amount of discomfort and pain that, you know, and worry that you save yourself by waiting until there are symptomatic, because I've heard that if you are symptomatic, then that could mean the cancer is very advanced.
So what we're doing is we're looking for polyps, because polyps can transform into cancer. And so when we're doing a colonoscopy, and I prefer colonoscopy, it's what my go-to. There are other things you can do, a stool blood test on a card. You can do a barium enema. You can do, there's the box you see dancing around on TV. There's other things that you can do. But you're looking, but you're not treating at the same time. And what I like about colonoscopy is when you go in, you know, we see a polyp, we remove that polyp. And if you remove polyp and there's cancer in it, we've cured cancer. And if you remove the polyp and there's not cancer in it, we're preventing cancer. So it's really important.
That's
it's
a very
really
good
big
point.
Deal.
Even if those other things are maybe a step that you take, don't discount the tried and true, the colonoscopy for finding and treating on the spot.
Treating on the spot, avoiding it. 75% of people, I told you, have this garden variety, non-hereditary cancer, and that can be treated. And 90% of those people will be cured. Other people, about 30% of them, will be coming in when they have symptoms. It's already too late for us to cure them.
All right.
And so that's why we want to get people in really early.
If you remember nothing else from this interview, remember that you need to get in there for early screening. So if you're 50, congratulations, kick, stretch, and kick, and then schedule your colonoscopy. To learn more about screening and reducing your risk factors, get in touch with Dr. Coleman and her staff at TPMG Center for Colorectal Surgery. They're at 860 Omni Boulevard, Suite 108 in Newport News. You can call them 757-874-1077 or find much more information online at mytpmg.com, mytpmg.com.